Y así arranca la primera parte del enemigo. No, así arranca la primera parte de Sexto La Fábrica. Lo que hacemos es hablar de la industria de la música, que es de lo que más nos gusta, hablar de música, hablar de todos estos cambios. Años, ¿qué pasó? Hace un par de años que lleven la música de un lado al otro del planeta Tierra, y eso ha parecido una cosa viejísima, porque hace 20 años nada más aparecieron las tierras musicales y todo eso ha desaparecido. Y para hablar de todos esos cambios es que nos hemos nutrido de diferentes diálogos. Hemos hablado con productores musicales, hemos hablado con sonidistas, hemos hablado con productores y con músicos y artistas, muchos músicos y artistas, como es el caso del día de hoy. Primero nos vamos para Noruega para hablar con la amiga SIKADE, que ya está conectada con nosotros. Hello SIKADE, how are you?
Hey.
Manu, Pablo, are you listening me good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's it's lagging a little bit, but I can mostly hear you.
Excellent. Okay, this is what's going to happen now. I'm gonna leave you with my friend Pablo. He's gonna make the exact question we make from all artists from all parts of the world, and he speaks English much better than me. And you can later, at first of all, we're gonna talk about you and your history, blah blah blah, and later we're gonna talk about the present of your project, okay?
Yeah.
Perfecto, sí.
Todo tuyo, Raúl, está ablandadísima la amiga,
Sí.
ya somos amigos, la amiga SIKADE.
Thanks for your time. It's been a surprise to meet you, to have the chance to speak, you know. Manu is now in Buenos Aires, I'm living in Barcelona, and we are going to start with the interview. We are live. So please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
My name is Linnea Vestre, and I'm from Nesodden, which is a small peninsula right outside of Oslo, Norway.
Wow. And how old are you? If you want to answer. If not, not.
I'm 32.
32, okay. I'm going to make a little translation for the Spanish listeners. Manu, estamos hablando con Linnea, que es de Noruega, de una isla cerca de Oslo, de la capital de Noruega, y tiene 32 años. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Oh, my first memory of listening to music. Well, my family listened to a lot of music when I was growing up. So I got exposed to a lot of music early on. I remember hearing this Norwegian band called Ephemera, and really, really loving their music when I was a very small child.
Okay.
So that's maybe my first fan experience
and,
listening to music.
Sorry, but you have to explain, this is what the radio is about. We don't know the music from Norway, so you have to explain that little things, you know. Which kind of music was that band?
It's like a girl band making alternative singer-songwriter kind of music. And I think also it was like, I realized all the members of the band were women, and they were all playing instruments, writing songs, singing. And I think that was an inspiration.
But alternative music, for me, I'm over 40. You know, for me, alternative music is like Nirvana, grunge music, and that kind of thing. Yeah. For you too?
I think it's a very broad term. But I was exposed to a very wide variety of music. Like my mother was a really big fan of Joni Mitchell, and my father listened to a lot of old rock.
Okay.
And my brother listened to a lot of indie music, like post-rock and sort of that kind of music.
Perfect. And can you tell us which was your first instrument and the first song that you learned?
Well, I started playing piano when I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, I think.
Okay.
Well, I don't really remember what the first song I played was. Well, I guess it was just like children's songs at the beginning, but you know.
Okay. And for us, sorry, the question is like a personal question, but we make to all the people. You live on an island. on a small city, no? Which people do you play with when you were young? You know, they were all musicians, they were normal people, that kind of things, or they were like, no, you're a musician, I play football and that kind of things.
Well, it's actually a very creative sort of peninsula, but I don't know, my family didn't really, I'm not from a family of musicians originally. Okay. Now my younger brother is also a musician, but I think I didn't really know a lot of musicians growing up.
Okay. And you say creative peninsula, in which way?
There are a lot of artists living there, like a lot of writers, musicians, painters, sculptors. And it's sort of like maybe a little bit, it's known to be a little bit alternative.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for that kind of things. We want to know where do you live, you know. Bueno, estamos hablando con Línea, que nos está dando como un pantallazo de cómo es su ciudad, cómo es la península en donde vive en Noruega, y lo que está contando que sus primeros recuerdos es con su familia, que la expuso un montón de música. Johnny Mitchell habló de un montón de artistas. Sí, Manu.
Are there tribes like metalhead, rappers, that kind of people in the street, in the school?
Like, how do you mean? Like
tribes, like metalhead, everyone with the same clothes, long hair, listen heavy metal all day, or the rappers with the cap.
A little bit.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. But I think maybe the strongest like identity is probably like environmentalists, or like I don't know what it's called. It's like youth organizations for climate and nature preservation. Okay. That's very big in us.
Wow.
Wow. Más política la cosa.
Wow. That is really interesting for us. Thanks for that. Buenísimo. Muy bueno. Muy bueno, sí. Bueno, nos estaba contando que es una península muy creativa, y aparte hay un montón de escritores, y dice que quizás la identidad más grande que haya más allá de la música es cosas políticas, como por ejemplo luchas contra el cambio climático. Sí, y ese tipo de cosas, increíble, muy bueno. And can you tell us, are there any places to study music for free, or you always have to pay there?
In where I grew up?
Sí, yes.
Yeah, I guess it's like there's also like a strong culture for music in the schools, so we all gathered, like the whole school gathered every Friday to sing together, so I guess that's also maybe a little bit unique.
Sí. Wow, beautiful. Un cambio, Manu. It's really, your culture is really different for us, you know. That is, pero completamente perfecto, muy bueno. We really like to meet this kind of people. And can you tell us the last personal question? Which was your first concert, the first concert that you went?
Oh, I remember really well, like going to Emiliana Torini, which is a really great Italian, Icelandic, and I guess she's also British, maybe, musician who I still listen to. She makes amazing music, like very across a lot of different genres. It's like singer-songwriter sometimes, and sometimes it's like trip hop.
Wow, beautiful.
And I went to the concert in Germany while visiting family there. And because in Norway you can't really get into the venues when you're young. So I think I was 12 years old or something.
Wow. So,
and it was a really big experience for me.
It's prohibited to go to big venues? Really?
Yeah, usually it's difficult because it's like if they serve alcohol, you have to be to get in, right?
Okay, perfect. Wow. Can you tell us when did you decide to start a SIKADE project? We are talking now about SIKADE. See, we've been listening to that kind of music. Can you tell us why you decided to start with the SIKADE project and why you put that name?
I think it was maybe 4 years ago or something, or maybe 5 years ago, when I just sort of started to learn how to produce music myself, and just, I don't know, something just clicked in me, and I was like, oh, I can make my own music, like I can make it for other people too. I don't need to just keep it to myself, because I've been writing songs most of my life, or like my whole life, but I maybe just didn't think I could do it in more of a professional way.
And why did you decide to start to produce your music and other people's music?
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
Sí, perdón. Why did you decide to start producing music?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was sort of something that I felt like I had to do. Like it was something in me that I needed to get out.
Perfect. Sí. And in June of 2024, you
Ahora, Pablo, preguntale si, porque ella dice que arrancó hace 5 años, estábamos en plena pandemia, si la pandemia tuvo algo que ver con esa decisión.
Perfecto, bien, Manu, el detalle del tiempo, perfecto. You know, Manu and me, we want to know, because 4 or 5 years ago, it was the pandemia, the COVID, you know?
Yeah.
It has something about that?
Yeah, definitely. I think
Okay.
it was like something shifted because everything shifted in a way. So it was like, oh, I have to do this. And I think that happened to a lot of people, like sort of this shock of everything being like changing all at once made other things also sort of come to light.
Perfect, sí. Manu, ¿alguna otra pregunta? Va bien. Bien la de la pandemia, sí. You're not the first one. We have the chance to meet a lot of people from United Kingdom and that kind of things, and after COVID music and that kind of things. Sí, we can understand that. In June of 2024, you released your first single, Orion. How was the recording process of that?
Well, I record everything at home, like in this room where I'm sitting right now. And I recorded myself with just basic recording gear, and then I produced and mixed it myself as well. And then my friend Kristina Fadela, she plays cello on it. And then I was just working on it, and then at some point I realized like I could probably like be able to finish the production myself. So while I was making it, I was sort of learning to mix, and I had help from a lot of nice people who listened and gave me feedback. And then I just sort of gradually went into mixing as well.
Wow. So in November of 2025, you released your last EP with 3 songs. You changed the recording process, or it was more or less the same?
It's more or less the same, except I guess my workflow is getting better with each song because I'm sort of learning as I go.
Okay.
And these songs, or most of these songs, are also going on an album, which is coming later this year.
Perfect. So you play the harp. It's also okay. So, can you explain to us why you decided to start playing the harp? That is normal in your country, because it's beautiful for us, the sound of that.
Thank you so much. Well, it's actually like a typical rash decision of a 15-year-old, because I was playing piano and I tried to play guitar, and I thought it was so difficult, and I was like, a harp is like a piano, but sounding like a guitar. So I just ordered a harp online and started playing it. It's like typical crazy 15-year-old thing to do.
Excelente. Manu, lo que contó es excelente. I'm going to translate for the Spanish listeners. Bueno, nos estaba contando que ella decidió empezar con el proyecto SIKADE porque en pandemia, justamente lo que dijo Manu, lo que estaba preguntando, ella es como que tenía necesidad de producir música, de hacer música, y dice, bueno, ¿por qué no? Y ahí arrancó con el proyecto. En junio del 2024 ella lanzó su primer single que se llama Orion, y bueno, fue con ayuda de un montón de gente, de amigas, después después también el proceso de masterización lo hizo con amigos, y en noviembre del 2025 sacó un EP con 3 canciones. Lo que ella nos estaba contando, que el proceso, el workflow de hacer las canciones, de producirlas y después de tener el producto final ya es mucho más rápido. O sea, ya va trabajando y va evolucionando de acuerdo a cuanto más canciones tiene, mejor trabaja. Y lo que nos estaba contando es que el arpa que está tocando, increíble. Dice que a los 15 años venía tocando el piano, empezó con la guitarra, dijo esto es muy difícil y se pidió online una arpa, una genia. Sí. And the first harp that you ask online, you know, it came so perfect. It was okay, or you have to change it and that kind of things.
No, it's the same harp I still use. So it perfect. Was yeah. Luckily, it was a good one.
Perfect. I'm a bit, buying things. I'm old, so buying things for me online is like, I don't know. And instruments is like sacred for me. Perfect. Do you have any composition process?
Sorry, what did you say?
Do you have any composition process?
Sorry, it's like lagging from the internet.
No, do you have any composition process?
Composition process, like how I write songs? Well, I think it happens a little differently every time. Sometimes a whole song just sort of falls into my head and I have every part of it. I have like a bass line, I have chords, I have the text, and like the lyrics and the vocals are all there all at once. And sometimes I just sort of have a sentence that I just think of and I write it down, and then later I sort of read it again and it turns into a song. And sometimes I also just sit down with an instrument and sort of just improvise and it turns into something.
Wow.
But most of the time it starts with the lyrics, actually.
Okay, sorry. There are songs where there's almost nothing marking the rhythm, you know? My favorite song for you is with yours. My favorite song for you is Orion. I love that song. And it's a start without any drums, and later they start the drums. How do you work the drums in your song?
Well, it's a little bit of a mix of sort of like old drum machine samples, but a lot of it is actually me just hitting on different things, different like wood objects and just smacking them together, and also like knocking on my harp, which makes a really nice rhythmic sound.
Wow. Mira.
Muy bueno. Sí.
Sí, siempre me llama la atención porque I always think why sometimes you put drums and why you don't put drums, and
yeah,
it's crazy.
Muy bueno. Sí.
Well, I quite often I sort of like put the drums on and then remove them again and then put them back in, and yeah.
¿Viste? Algo ahí.
Sí. Yeah. I try a lot of different things usually, and I think maybe it's like I think it's a little bit hard to work with drums because I like everything to be super smooth and flowing, and the moment you put in drums you have to accept that something is a little bit harsh or a little bit like disruptive. But I think I really want to work with getting better at creating beats also, because it's like not my it takes a lot of time for me also.
I love the band Sigur Rós in that same way. I don't know if you know Sigur Rós from Iceland. I love the way they manage the drums. I don't know if you like that band.
Yeah, I love them.
Wow.
Okay.
Bueno, sí.
Hay algo también, Pablo, ahí.
Sí, muy bueno, sí. Manu is a guitar player and I'm a bass player. There are big differences, you know. Sí, pero muy bueno. Si te parece, Manu, 3 más y... No, bueno, pero el tema rítmico para mí es más fácil. Por eso, perdón. Es así. Sí, we are fighting a little. What do you think about artificial intelligence?
Oh, yeah, well, I think it's like, of course it's sort of a threat to musicians because it's stealing our works and selling it. But I also believe that it's possible to get like policies up where that's what like the copyright law is saying, that it's like copyright infringement when you train AI on something and then just spit it back out. So I think we should get like maybe a system where it's allowed to make AI music, but all the money that you make from it goes to funds for musicians, because then no one will make it too. And also, like, I think my favorite comparison is when photography was invented. Everyone was saying that it was the death of painting, but then so much interesting came after that.
Excellent.
So, yeah. Nice. So I don't think it's gonna ruin the arts.
For me, it's really different, because I think that when photograph start, no one was working on photographs, you know. Now the problem, I think, I hate talking about money, but it's hard to live when you have machines doing your work. It's something, but I think that the AI helps. It's only a tool for me. No, I don't know what you think about that. See, you have the chance to listen to AI music. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, I think it's like, I think the point with like the comparison with what photography did to painting is that it's sort of, it has the possibility of also like opening our eyes in a way and making us see like what is it we actually appreciate in art. And I think that's already happening because people are leaning more towards like more organic music, less polished vocals, like the authentic human expression. So I think that it has the possibility to sort of make us, see what we actually appreciate by showing us soulless music.
Está, sí, perfecto. Y ahí, Manu, es lo que todavía creo que no llegó, corregime si llegó ya, que ya hay, y yo lo estoy notando, una contra a la inteligencia artificial acá muy fuerte en general, no sé si está pasando en Latinoamérica.
Yo lo veo más del pueblo joven, pero no del pueblo grande, viejo, antiguo.
¿Le pregunto? No, sí. We are talking because I think that the against to fight with the AI is more for young people. I think that the old people doesn't fight against artificial intelligence. What do you think about?
I think it's also like it's a really big difference between generative AI and AI tools.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's wrong to use like, AI plugins that remove the guitar from your own recording. If it removes something or enhances something, that's something different than if it's trained on other people's song and copy them.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. You became more specific, and I sort of agree with that. No, if I think that if you have a good groove, drum groove, I'm a bass player. If they put a nice bass line, it's okay. I'm going to play that. For me, it's easier. But it depends on the person. Okay. Can you tell us something about Norway, your region, actual music scene?
The music scene in Oslo.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually like I haven't been a part of it for that long, but I'm getting to know more and more people, and I think it's a really nice mix of a lot of different genres, and also like a lot of, I think the variety of genres that are sort of in the mainstream is really wide. Like you can have like hardcore or black metal or like folk music combined with techno and things like that, and it's all sort of can also like reach a wide audience in a way. But also it's like of course it's a small scene and it's a small audience altogether also in Norway, so yeah.
Perfecto. Bueno, nos estaba contando Manu, Manu, que hay un montón de géneros en la superficie. Eso sí es una gran diferencia. O sea, lo que estaba diciendo en una región chica con no demasiados habitantes, sí hay en el mainstream está lleno de géneros diferentes y sale de todo. ¿Sí?
Vamos a cerrar con la canción.
Sí, perfecto. Sí,
bueno, preguntale por el video, que es muy lindo.
Bueno, dale. Sí. Le pregunto por los futuros planes y la canción y cerramos. Sí. We want to know, can you tell us something about the future plans of SIKADE project?
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned earlier, I'm currently working on an album, and I also have, I have written all the songs for another album as well. So I have a lot of music coming, and yeah, hopefully, since I'm doing everything like mixing myself, it's a little bit unpredictable when it's gonna be done, but hopefully before summer.
Perfect. Perfect.
And yeah.
And just to finish the interview, we are going to play Bloody Moon. Can you tell us something? What does that song represent to you, and the video? Can you tell us something about the video?
I love the video.
Yeah,
I love the video.
So much. Yeah, it was actually very like, I just got a message on Instagram from the director asking if like he and his friend who's a really talented videographer, if they could like just make some small snippets for me for free, because they found my song on like a platform for new musicians. And then I asked if maybe we can do a whole music video, and then things just escalated more and more, because then they asked like the dancers at the like the main art school in Oslo, if anyone wanted to join, and then 12 people wanted to join. So then it was suddenly a really big production with like a team of 20 people.
Wow.
Walking around in the forests in my hometown.
Excelente.
Muy bueno. Very funny. It looked very funny.
Sí, tremendo. Can you tell us which is the platform with new artists?
Oh yeah, it's something called Urørt, which means like untouched, which is made by like the main national broadcaster NRK, and they everyone can upload their music, and they listen to every song that's uploaded, and then they recommend every week. They recommend, I think, 10 songs or something.
Wow. Then can you send us to us the link just to know new people?
Yeah.
Perfect. Muy bueno.
Yeah.
Espectacular,
Okay,
Manu.
we're gonna play Bloody Moon.
Sí.
According to my friend.
Sí.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Excelente.
Bye.
Sí, thank you very much. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Todo tuyo, Raúl. Así suena SIKADE, my friends. Nos vemos. See ya.
Sucked inside